students, welcome to my online class. Today my topic is keeping quiet, which I have taken from our literature book Flamingo, and this is a poem written by Pablo Neruda. So Pablo Neruda is the pen name of the poetess. Her real name is Neftali Ricardo Reyes da Salto. But as she was greatly influenced by Neruda, so she took this name as a pen name. So in this poem, the author finds a dire necessity of keeping quiet for introspection. So introspection means sometimes we must have some time to assess, to make self-assessment for all our actions. So this poem is all about introspection and how effective introspection can be for preventing humanity as well as the nature. So this poetess Pablo Neruda has deep affinity for the nature as well as for humanity. Okay, let's go through the stanza. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep quiet. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be an exotic moment. Without us, without engines, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man who gathering salt would look at his hands. So now we will count to 12. So counting to 12, it is a unit for measuring time, and the digit 12 may have different meanings. So the poet has left it on its readers to look for its correct meaning. So 12 may be 12 hours of the day, and 12 may be 12 months of the year, or 12 may be simply the time taken to count from 1 to 12. So the author said that now we will count to 12 and we will all keep quiet. So as soon as the author will count to 12, she urges all the people to keep quiet. Means nobody will make any kind of sound. There must be complete silence all around. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. So face of the earth. So the poet is much worried about the fate and face of the earth, because human beings have exploited and deformed the face of the earth. And now see, I request all the people not to speak in any language. As we know, languages are the means of communication. Human beings are different from other creatures because they have languages to communicate. So in the world there are hundreds of languages spoken by different people. But now, this moment, the poet requests all the people not to use any words. There should not be any verbal communication between the people. Let's stop for 1 second. So there must be at least 1 second or a few moments when nobody are engaged in talking. And this and not move our arms so much. So here again, arms also refers to physical activities, and also arms refers to the destructive weapons. So now the poet again requests we the people not to use our arms for destroying or killing other people. So along with silence, he is expecting or hoping for the word peace and security. It would be an exotic moment without us, without engines. Exotic means unusual. Simultaneously, the author is doubtful that such peace and silence cannot be obtained. But if possible, if all people of the world collectively maintain silence, then definitely it will be a very special or a strange experience, strange moment for all the people without rush, without engines. Without rush means the people will not be engaged in any kind of activities. So no activities, only rest and maintain silence. So, and without engines. Engines here means the movement of factories, the movement of vehicles on the roads, operations of engines or machineries, all must come to a standstill so that there can be a complete silence throughout the world. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. So what will happen if all people of the world follow author's request? Then definitely we will feel ourselves together with a sudden strangeness, and definitely when there will be a complete silence throughout the world, we will feel a unique kind of strangeness. And this time of quietness, this time of silence can be utilized for introspection. So introspection itself is also important for self-evaluation. At least throughout the busy routine of the day, we must have some time to evaluate our actions, whether we have done something right or wrong. So after introspection, it is expected that no people can do anything wrong or which can hurt other people's feelings. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Again, since this poet belongs to Chile, and Chile is very famous for fish trading. So here, again, fisherman represents man's cruelty to other living creatures. So, fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. So, during the breeding seasons, all the fishes they move to warmer part of the sea. But as they breed, soon after their breeding, they move towards cold sea for their food. So now the author again is urging fishermen not to hurt, not to kill these whales in the cold sea. Means during this silence, when he is urging silence or being quiet to all the people of the world, he also expects his fishermen not to engage in fishing, because this is a very cruel act from the human beings. So here fishermen represents man's cruelty towards living creatures and towards human beings or other living creatures. And the man gathering sword would look at his hot hands. And what will happen? During this introspection period, what will happen? The man gathering swords. Sword gathering itself is very hazardous task, because the people who are engaged in sword industries, sword making industries, they are giving hurt, giving pain and bruises to their hands. So all the people who are engaged in disastrous industries must stop their activities for a while, and they all collectively must come together to maintain this silence. But this silence must be utilized in introspection or in self-evaluation or in evaluating our actions which may have far reaching influence on other people or on the nature. Okay? Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no trouble with death. If we were not single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing. Here again, the author is addressing the people who are busy in wars, who keep themselves or who are indulged in wars or fighting with each other. So here the author urges to maintain solidarity and brotherhood among all people of the world. So here he is praying for the world peace. Those who prepare green wars means wars against nature. It may be in form of deforestation or overutilization of resources. So all the people who are somehow jeopardizing or giving dangers to the nature, wars with gases, wars with fire. As we know today, modern man has made very disastrous, very fatal weapons which are made up of poisonous gases and sometimes with the war weapons, so which are very dangerous to the humanity and to the earth as a whole. So victory with no survivors. Here the author is ridiculating on the mentality of human beings. So after indulging in war, as a consequence at the end what we get? Victory with no survivors. So both the parties who are engaged in war faces great loss of life and property, both the defeating and the winning parties, and there is no survivor. Then what is the ultimate result of the war? So it must be checked and prevented at any cost, because war is not the solution of any problem. It always gives pain and sufferings to all the people. Would put on clothes and walk about with their brothers. But what will happen if all people of the world will keep silence, will introspect themselves? Then they will find themselves wearing new clothes. Means there will be a great change in their way of thinking, and they will walk with their brothers. Now they will find themselves changed, and they will treat all people of the world as his brothers or friends. So there will be no any feelings of enmity, or there will be no any ill feelings for other people. So after introspection, after observing silence for few moments, for few seconds, that all men can realize their goodliness, and then now they will start treating every human being as their brothers and friends, and in the state doing nothing. Doing nothing means now nobody will harm each other. They will find no cause to hurt each other, and this will be a great change which is brought about by maintaining this silence. So this silence is very necessary in every individual's life, so that they can take care of their habits and all their activities. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Now, silence, keeping silence, it doesn't mean that we are inactive. Inactivity directly relates to death. So the poet don't want us to be dead. He wants us to be active. So we will maintain silence verbally. We will not use any word, but we will have to keep a dialogue between our mind and soul. So this talk, this conversation should be involved. So keeping silence doesn't mean the author already now is emphasizing that he does his silence. His silence should not be confused with inactivity. No, he don't want to be you to be inactive or lazy. He wants you to be very active. But during this introspection period, you have to talk, but that is inward to yourselves only, without using any words or without doing any activity. This interaction should be inwards. So mind and soul must get connected with each other during this introspection or during this silence. Life is what it is about. Now he says, throughout our life, we must do different activities. So life is what it is about. So the true goal of life is to achieve what? Success or to get happiness. So we will have to live actively. So that is the goal of life, and it should not be ineffective or inactive as to death. So a living being must be very active. He must be doing all his activities with full enthusiasm. But I want not trouble death. And again, the author said that I don't want you to be dead, like the dead and energetic. If we were not single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing. Now, as a conclusion, the poet says that we all must be single-minded. So we all must agree with this view, with this intention that to keep our life going, to preserve our life, to preserve our planets, we all people of the world will have to be single-minded, because differences causes conflict. So we all must be single-minded, and we all must, it is our moral duty to take care of our planet as well as all our fellow human beings. So being a human being, it is our duty to act and also to take care of other human beings and other living creatures of the world. Okay? And the now last paragraph is, perhaps a silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and treating ourselves with death. Perhaps the earth can teach us, and when everything seems dead and later grows to be alive. Now I will count up to 12 and you will keep quiet and I will go. Now perhaps a human silence might interrupt this silence. So there is sadness prevailing among the people of the world. Every people seems to be unhappy, but when we all issue silence, it means when all people around the world will maintain silence, will talk, will assess their activity, then definitely this huge silence, this great step will interrupt this sadness. It will be very helpful in removing the sadness of the people. Definitely it will create a sense of brotherhood, a sense of love and care, cooperation among people for each other, of never understanding ourselves. Many times we don't understand ourselves, means we don't have sufficient time even to assess our activities, whether we are doing something right or wrong. We don't have time to think about ourselves. So such problems of never understanding ourselves, of never understanding other people, can be eliminated with this use silence. So this is the only solution to all these problems of not understanding each other or other feelings and threatening ourselves with death. So death is inevitable. Those who are born will have to die one day. So it is clear. But still we are scared of death. And suppose if I anyhow manage to know that I am dying after a month, then I will start doing all my activities in a hurry because I want to live my life fullest within this period. Similarly, the fear of death makes man selfish. He wants to enjoy all the materialistic enjoyment of the life within as early as possible, as fast as possible, and he keeps on doing different activities throughout day and night. He is busy in exploiting the nature, in collecting all resources and luxuries for his life, and thus in this race, in this blind race, he forgets worrying about or taking care of other people, and sometimes even exploit other people for his own benefits. So fear of death makes human beings more selfish. Perhaps the earth can teach us, and when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. So the earth itself can teach us a great lesson. Sometimes we have seen throughout the cycle of seasons, during the autumn seasons, the whole nature seems to be dead because all the leaves, they shed their leaves, and it seems that the earth is in dormancy. But soon as the spring comes, again the whole earth starts living with full energy. All the nature seems to wear a new clothes, all the greenery spreads all around us. So earth can be the best teacher, which can teaches us that soon after sadness we can achieve happiness. So the odds up and downs in the life is simply the hindrances, but we have to overcome these obstacles to get happiness. So both happiness and sadness are the life, a part of the life, but we must not get frustrated on getting problems in the life. So earth can teach us a great lesson that soon after death there is a life, soon after destruction there is a possibility of a reconstruction. And now I will count up to 12 and you will keep quiet and I will go. Now again the author said that again I will start counting up to 12. I will measure the time and all of you simultaneously, all people of the world will maintain silence and I will go and I will not be here to disturb you. So all the people will make their self-assessment, they will talk to their inner soul, inner conscience, and then decide whether all the activities which they are doing is good or bad. Whether their activities in any form is jeopardizing others' progress, is hurting other people's feelings. So all these can be assessed, all these can be learned through introspection or by maintaining silence. So this period of silence can be utilized more effectively for the preservation of humanity, for the preservation, for maintaining true relationship of humanity, brotherhood, and also to preserve the nature. That's all about this poem, and soon you will get assignment, and again I will give you the link for this assignment of this poem in the description box. That's all. Have a good day.